Hey everyone, welcome to episode number 26 of the New Slang Podcast. I'm your host, I'm Thomas Mooney, the editor-in-chief of New Slang here in Lubbock. On episode 26, we sat down with Mike Harmeier of Austin's Mike and the Moonpies to talk about all kinds of honky-tonk, 80s, 90s country, and what they're going to be doing next, or I guess up and coming soon stuff for them. They have this live record that they've been working on, and Mike's been writing some songs for their follow-up to Mockingbird. So we talk a lot about that, a lot of 80s and 90s country stuff, which I know everyone loves just as much as I do. Mike's a big fan of that music, and obviously if you listen to any of Mike and the Moonpies material, you can tell that they're big fans of the George Strait, George Jones, Keith Whitley, Randy Travis kind of country that was massive in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, I know it's been a while since there has been a podcast, but it seems like we've been stockpiling them here. After this podcast comes out, we're going to be getting one out from the songwriter competition. That'll be just basically a stream of the entire show. The singer-songwriter competition will 14 finalists to be playing their 2 songs each. The ultimate winner on that was Starfire on the Mountain. It was amazing that night. Yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about that. And then next week will be, I'm not sure if we'll try and push for 2 or 3 episodes. Probably 2, just to give you some time to listen to both. Probably a mixture of, it'll be 2 of these. It'll be Kay Phillips, Benton Leachman, one that we did with Susan Gibson, and Brandon Adams and others. So anyways, before startup.
Let's do it.
So you guys were at Medicine Stone last week, right?
Yes, it was awesome.
Yeah.
We were there for 3 days. We went a day early and filmed a cooking show for Red Dirt Nation with Grant from Boland's band.
Oh, yeah?
And then we played the next day on that Thursday. And then Friday we just took the day off and got hammered with everybody.
Yeah. What did you guys cook?
Catlin, our guitar player, shot a jackrabbit in Uvalde. And so that's what they cooked up. They made jackrabbit stew or something.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Jackrabbits. Mm-hmm. Uvalde.
Yeah.
That's hotter than hell down there.
Yeah, it is, man.
Yeah. Okay, so if you guys were doing if you I guess with the Medicine Stone, it's Bowling and Turnpike, right? It's
right.
due to, or I guess, what are they, curating that?
Yeah, I think so.
You had to pick another band to curate your own little festival. Who are you picking?
That's a good question, man. I would kind of do it as maybe a conglomerate of a bunch of bands in Austin that we kind of came up with, like Leo Rondu and the guy Paul Nipper who's opening for us tonight, that kind of crew of people, the honky-tonkers in Austin. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a tight-knit community with those cats anyway. And I've wanted to do that for a long time. I just haven't really gotten everybody's schedule. And we've been touring a lot, so.
Yeah.
But I'd like to do it. I thought about doing it in Austin. Then we went up to Wisconsin recently, and we were in the Illinois, Iowa area for a while. And my buddy Sean Muller, who used to run Day Trotter, was talking about doing a festival like that, kind of what we're talking about. And he recommended or thought it'd be a good idea to do it up there in Davenport. And I thought that's kind of an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Because we go up there and they're kind of, they get a lot of national touring country acts, but they don't get anything a lot like this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So talking about maybe still doing that maybe next year, trying to start off, the first year of a country festival like in Davenport.
Yeah.
We might give it a shot.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, okay, so what are the people up there like? What are they? Is it basically North Texas, or is it like
yeah, man,
a little bit more cheese?
Once you get above Dallas, they're all the same. No, man, it's like really Wisconsin was almost, the people were uncomfortably nice.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of felt weird, like it kind of made me mad that they were so nice to us.
Yeah.
It's just really good people, and they're really into this kind of music, man. It's crazy, and there's not like dancers and stuff. There's not a whole lot of dancing, but it's one of those things where you go up there and people are like, they're front and center to a band they never heard of. They're standing at the front of the stage, and they're just listening to the songs, man. It's really cool. I like. We're gonna go up there again. Like that was like maybe our third time in a year to go up there. So it's kind of, we're building something up there.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll be a good spot for us to go back to.
Yeah. Dancing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's something that's just died since the 80s.
Yeah, not in Austin.
Do people really go out and dance still?
Yeah, man. Like that's our
little small.
That's our thing, man. Like when we started doing it, we became like, all of a sudden we became a dance band, and like there's a huge circuit of people in Austin. They have like groups on Facebook, and they just they post shows, and they all go out dancing, and they'll drive a couple hours to like a dance hall out in the middle of nowhere, and do it. And they'll take like a party bus out there or whatever. It's like they live and breathe it, do it every single night.
Yeah.
And so we kind of became like one of the bands that were on their regular schedule.
Yeah. It feels like up here, like just the dancing crowd is no more. Like there's not really.
Well, see, and to me,
like places you can go. Or
I'm kind of torn about it because I like the dancers and they're very supportive and they come out all the time, but really I don't think they really care, what we're singing about or the songs. They're just there to dance,
Yeah.
They like a good beat.
Yeah.
So if we're doing something swinging, then they're all about it.
Yeah.
Which kind of frustrates me, man, because I want to do more shows where it's just people standing in front of the stage and like listening and like singing along and stuff like that. But a lot of times in Austin, the dancers push those people out of the way.
Yeah.
So it's kind of frustrating because we'll have a packed room when we start the show, and then the dancers will start to squeeze in front of the stage, and everybody gets pushed back. And like by 3 or 4 songs in, everybody's way back in the back of the room that's actually there to see the show.
Yeah. It feels like here, like at Blue Light, it's just always like a standing room. Yeah. Like a bar, kind of. I think
pretty much everywhere else other than Austin that we go to, people are just more into the songs and into the music, which is where I want to kind of head towards.
Yeah.
I never intended to be that dance band thing, but it was working for us, so we ran with it.
Yeah.
But I'd like to play more shows where it's just standing right there in front of the stage.
I found this book, I guess it was at a garage sale or something, and it was about like all the best honky-tonks and dance halls in Texas, and it was like written in 1980 or something like that, and it was kind of like split up into regions, and like it was kind of funny because like the front cover is like a dude who's, I guess he's in his mid 40s, and he's got a beard, and he's got the Lone Star in his hand, and he's got I guess like the Johnny Lee hat with like the
big feather and stuff.
the big old feather stuff in the front, and like urban cowboyed out, right?
Absolutely.
And he talks about just like these different dance halls. A lot of them are gone, obviously. And it's like slightly racist in ways, like about like, down in San Antonio, there's not really this kind of music happening. It's more like Mexican, like not Mexican American. It's like just straight Mexican. That's what he says, and it's just like, whoa. It's
funny, man. Like I hear Johnny Lee has told me some stories about stuff like that back in that day, man. And he has like really terrible stories about like rampant racism and that kind of stuff. I mean, and those places, like, there's still a handful of those places that are still running, I've played all of them, I think.
Yeah.
But, there's a lot of these places, they're just tucked in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, they're just out in the woods, man. So, like, these people, they would go there and take their families on a Sunday and have, like, a potluck and have a dance at night.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the way it still continues to be in some very small corners of the state.
Yeah. I know, like the Maines brothers, you know, from up here.
Right.
They started out as like that dance hall band because, you know, there's these, like a cotton club out here.
Right.
Obviously, there's not one anymore, that kind of thing. But, you know, he was, Kenny has always talked about how, you know, they started out playing covers, you know, Bob Wills covers
Sure.
and whatnot, and slowly started, like, you know, throwing in an original here and there. And as long as it had, like, that dance beat, like, they could do that. And, you know, there was these gigs that were, you know, 3 hours long,
Sure.
3-4 hours, where it's just straight, you got to play.
Yeah, that's.
through,
I mean, that's
no break,
that was the first. That was like the first 4 or 5 years of us doing this. Was like we got into the Broken Spoke really early on, and we started doing those long 4-hour shows. You know, there would be like a dance lesson first, and then there'd be like an hour worth of dance lessons, and then we would go on and just play and just keep the floor packed the whole time. So you're sneaking in covers. I mean, you're sneaking in originals, but you're mostly filling space with covers because you know you can get them on the floor. You got them out there dancing, do another swing of yours, you know, right in the middle of it.
How many songs do you have to, like, do you have in your catalog? If you guys had to, like, just play for 4 hours tonight, how many songs?
We could easily do it. We've done a 6-hour gig one time without a break, and it was just, you know, you get into doing Haggard stuff and like we do a lot of George Strait stuff too. And I started out when I started the band, and we needed to fill that time. I put a lot of George Strait songs on the set list because it was like the only songs I knew all the words to, and so that's kind of, you know, it just happened that way.
Yeah.
But once honestly, once you know like 2 or 3 of those songs, you know all of them. Like if you can remember the words or at least a verse and a chorus, you're probably going to be good, man. It's all 3 chords and the truth kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So it's really not that difficult.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, okay, from personal experience, you think like you know all these songs, you can sing to the radio,
Right.
but like you're not singing to the radio. Like there's not like a George Strait in the background, or
It still happens to me all the time where I can't remember lyrics to those songs all the time, and I'll freak out about it. Like if I mess up once in a song, we won't play that song again for like months because I'll be in my own head about it. Like, oh, I messed it up last time. I'm never going to remember that.
Yeah. What do you think? Why do you think it is that, I guess, like Texas, and I guess really you could say like Americana country kind of thing, why do you think it's gone to more being like a standing room? Not necessarily even listening room, but like standing room. Like that, I guess
I don't know, man. I mean, it's just kind of like what you said. It's like everybody kind of, the people that were dancing, that age bracket is kind of gone, you know, and I remember when I was in high school, there was like one day where they taught like dance lessons. Like it was like, and back then like line dancing was a big thing.
Yeah.
So you learn that kind of stuff, you know, and at that time you could put on like TNN or something, and they had like line dancing like contests like every night.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you remember that one show? I can't remember what channel it was on. It may have been TNN or it may have been like CMT, where it's like dancing at like this one place in
it was
Nashville.
Like, it was like a saloon, the Silver Horse or something like that.
I can't remember where, but like I remember watching that as a kid or seeing it, not necessarily watching it, but like seeing it on TV. And it being on for like.
It was a hugely cultural, popular thing, man.
Yeah.
And that actually, it's funny because around that time is like the same time that even pop music like all had like dances and stuff, you know, like Macarena and stuff like that was a thing. You know, like all these kind of like dancing used to be a lot, and it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
That it was like a really popular thing, you know. I'm okay with it fading out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the big aspect to Boots Scootin' Boogie was the dance.
Absolutely. Yeah. Part. And then they even had like a dance remix,
like a club
of that
mix,
song. Yeah.
Which is so strange too. Like I was talking to somebody the other day about like the remix versions.
Right.
As through time has gone by, like there was like the disco remix kind of thing. Now you're saying like the club, like that's the middle one. And then like there for a while, like everything had like a dubstep remix.
Well, if you think about it, really now, like most like country music on country radio is all like a dance beat. It's like the same
club mix.
Yeah, the club mix. It's like that's just the standard thing now. It's basically what Brooks and Dunn was doing remixes of years ago.
I want to do we're gonna start up just a 80s 90s country podcast.
Sure.
Where we just talk about certain specific subjects throughout those 2 decades. One of them I want to do is Brooks versus Dunn. Just have that argument. What team are you? Brooks versus Dunn.
Man, I'm probably a Kix Brooks guy.
I feel like that's what everyone's answer is, and I think the problem will be finding someone who's like Ronnie Dunn.
Yeah,
I don't
think it's gonna happen, man. You saw what happened with his career after they split up.
Yeah, that's. I guess
Kix Brooks was always throwing the party, man.
Yeah,
and Ronnie Dunn was just there with feathered hair and
the feathered hair
and hitting the high notes.
Yeah. Do you have are you a Brooks and Dunn fan?
Dude, I'm an 80s 90s country fan. Okay. So yeah,
yeah, I always feel like Lost and Found is still like that.
Yeah, it's a great song.
I'm not gonna say underrated because it is probably a lot of people love that song. But I think that's
one of their first hits. I think, if not their first single, man.
I think it's on their first record.
It's an early song. That's it's probably one of the best songs they ever had. But and another thing about Kix Brooks is Kix Brooks was a songwriter from back in the 70s, man.
Yeah.
So he was around with I think he was writing songs for Poco and stuff.
Yeah.
He's a pretty talented dude rather than just playing guitar.
Yeah, I know he had a solo record before they became Brooks and Dunn, and I guess that's the one thing about them is that they were at least writing at least half of those songs.
Sure.
And I think on that first solo record, he had co-writing credit at least on all the songs, which is you can't really say that now.
Yeah, that doesn't really happen. Yeah, it's not like a George Strait thing where he doesn't write any of those.
Yeah.
But good for them, man.
Yeah, George Strait, I think that's I don't know. I'm not going to say that's what, on the tally marks of George Strait being awesome and being bad. I don't think that's necessarily just the bad tally mark for him, but it is an interesting thing where he only had one or two songwriting credits.
Yeah, the one that he wrote that did anything was "I Can't See Texas from Here." That's the only one that he had. That
I know he had another co-write in the last 5 years or something like that.
Yeah, I know he's been writing recently. In the last couple of records, he wrote some with his son.
Yeah,
and I think him and his son and Dean Dillon got together and wrote one of those hits that for one of the last singles he had.
Yeah, it seems so weird or strange that he could. I wonder what he thinks about that. You know what I mean?
On his way to the bank.
Well, yeah, at some point, he just is I don't have to write the songs.
Yeah,
or.
I will say, he has a talent for choosing great songs. He does actually choose those hits, But when you've got somebody like Dean writing for you all the time, that's not a very difficult task at that point.
Yeah, and he does make the songs.
Absolutely,
his, you could just play a snippet of a George Strait song, and everyone would know that's a George Strait song.
And I in no way fault him for not really writing.
Mm-hmm.
It's working. It worked really, really well.
Yeah.
And it almost is you could kind of consider him and Dean kind of a songwriting team because, he was writing all these things. And, if it wasn't George cutting it, there are some other ones I've heard, what was the one? Oh, it was Nobody in His Right Mind. And Keith Whitley had recorded that, prior to that song. And it's amazing. I heard it, for the first time a couple of months ago. And I was blown away.
Yeah, I've not heard that.
You got to hear it, man.
Oh, I don't know. Is it on Spotify, YouTube?
I don't know.
Somewhere?
If it's on Spotify. It probably is. I think Keith Whitley cut it on the record. He put it on a record.
Man, that's a great song.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. What's your favorite era of George Strait?
I would say 89, 90 area. Whenever that record number 7 came out, I think that was the one that I really attached myself to. And it had a couple of covers on it. It had Deep Water, a Bob Wills thing on it, and and it had 3 or 4 Dean songs on it. I think that's probably my favorite record. So whatever year that was.
Yeah. Number 7.
Yeah, number 7.
I would say, based off of him like having a record out,
Yeah.
One a year.
Yeah.
That probably came out in 87.
Yeah, you would think.
I would think maybe, I don't know. Maybe 88. I don't know.
Yeah, something around there. It was late 80s.
Yeah.
It was before 90, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like Oceanfront Property is right before that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
I
like
always
86.
forget that like that's an older record.
Mhm.
You know, that one seems like it was further down the line
Yeah.
because it was a hugely popular album.
Yeah. It really is like with him, or actually with any artist that was making music before you were born,
Right.
kind of thing. Basically anything that you've heard from them, right when I guess like the first time you heard them to when they first started out, like you have no like time,
Sure.
I guess, points for that. So it's just like all at once. It's like, yeah, he came out with all of that at one time.
It all happened.
You know, and it's hard to get a reference point
Yeah,
to
it really is, man.
any of that. Yeah, 86, 87. I guess like when did you start as far as like getting records
I
out?
think-
80?
I
Like,
think,
that's when
yeah.
Straight Country came out.
And he had his big break at the Houston Rodeo. I think that was 81 or 82. I think 83 was like his big breakout year.
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah.
You know the story about that with him and the rodeo, where like
Not the rodeo thing.
he had Eddie Rabbitt was supposed to play the Houston Rodeo that night, and he got sick or something like that, and so they called in George Strait, and I think it was a sold out show. But at that time, Eddie Rabbitt was selling them out, and that was his like the big night was George Strait filling in for Eddie Rabbitt at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You got to hear these. I'm going to get off on this George Strait thing, but you ever listen to like that Wolfgang's Vault app or whatever?
Mm-mm.
They have like all of these like old concerts, like bootlegs. I think that they have from like it goes anybody you can name, they have it.
Oh, really?
And I looked up George Strait one time, and they have about 6 shows of his from like really early '80s, and one of them is in like Boston or something like that, and half of his set is Bob Wills covers.
Yeah.
Like-
Is it that website that has just like, what is it called? What'd you say?
Wolfgang's Vault.
Wolfgang's Vault. I know there's one site that I was going to for a while that I was just downloading old shows.
Concerts,
Yeah,
yeah.
like old, like not Grateful Dead,
Sure.
like that level of needing every show, but
Right.
like checking out old shows of different people.
It's super interesting.
I can't remember what it's called though. It may be the same one.
That's the
I
one.
don't think
That's the one I know. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I don't, yeah, but
There's
it's
probably
really
several.
cool to see the them do that, like that one cover or that
Oh, yeah.
one, like what they sound like, and
It gave
especially if
me,
they're like early shows, you know.
it gave me a lot of hope.
Yeah.
It was like, man, he's doing like the show I'm doing now.
Yeah.
It's like, because right now we're with like 3 records out now. We pretty much do all of our own stuff at the shows. There's at least one cover in every show.
Yeah.
But like we were talking about before, like when we started out doing it, it was
Yeah.
85-90% covers.
Yeah.
But still, to that point, I think that's how we learned how to play it.
Mhm.
It's like you just play a bunch of George Strait songs, a bunch of Haggard songs, and that's how your band ends up sounding.
Yeah.
After a while, that's the way you approach everything that you write.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing where I think like some people they undervalue the like the come up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some people I think that you just become a musician and you're ready at I don't know, like why, but like you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like I think there's been this like here in Lubbock, Lubbock's been a commodity
And
it's
popping off quick here.
right?
Yeah.
And we've had some people move here where it's like, oh, well, I'm gonna go start playing Blue Light and I'll be next in line. And it's like, well, that's not how it fucking works. Like,
Yeah, they're just it just must be that easy, man. We're gonna pick up a residency for a month at Blue Light, and then we're gonna be opening
the road.
shows. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. It's so weird, like, because we've had some people move here in the last year that are not necessarily going to school either.
Right.
Like just moving, like, yeah, I'm going to start a band. And I mean, like, that's really cool. Move to Lubbock, trying to start a band.
Sure.
I mean, like, it's a good place to start a band because you got some places to play.
Absolutely.
Where like people are going to either pay attention or absolutely ignore you. So that like that gives you a balance of like what to expect
Your first
somewhere
taste.
else. Yeah. I mean, but like I don't know, like some people like and it's just like, well, I've spent 6 months in Lubbock. Now it's time to, go to Nashville or like Dallas or something like that.
Yeah, make the jump, make the big
Yeah.
jump.
LA.
I'll be honest. Like when I moved to Austin, like that was my whole intention was like to put together a band because I had bands in Houston, but nobody was like a career person. That what I was playing with. My drummer was because we went to high school together, but really, it didn't take long in Austin to have a band.
Yeah.
And then that evolves, with different players coming and going and stuff like that. But it took, it takes years to like find the right group of dudes. You're playing the right stuff for the right amount of time.
Yeah.
It has to evolve that way. It has to be like a natural thing.
Yeah.
You can't just go in there and force it and say, okay, this is the group, and then these are the songs, and now we go.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work that way. It
Yeah.
didn't for me.
Yeah. It's I guess like down in Austin, you're talking about some of your contemporaries. There is more of that honky-tonk.
Yeah.
Like more of a traditional country sound.
There's like a revival of that 70s culture there, that outlaw culture.
Yeah. There's not really that much of that, I feel, I don't know, like really even happening anywhere else in the state as far as...
I agree. I feel like that's why, with our band, like we kind of stick out like a sore thumb in a lot of the shows that we play, that we're playing with other bands because we're doing Texas swing stuff, and we're like, we are kind of doing that 70s revival thing.
Yeah.
And everything now that's popular now or is becoming popular is more of like a singer songwriter, real like ingrained Texas country roots thing. But that's okay. I mean, I like being those guys. You know? And I think everybody digs it. So like the other bands that we play with is like it's easy to make friends because everybody likes that kind of music.
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing this, then like you may not play it, but you know what it is, and like you probably grew up on something that sounded like that.
Yeah. Well, that is the thing, right?
Yeah.
So that all these bands who are doing other stuff, like they're hit the door over there. Anyways, like their parents
Sure.
raised them on this, or like they've got a record collection of.
Dude, I have people tell me all the time, like, I don't like country music, but I like your band. And I was like, well,
yeah,
I think you do like country music.
I feel like that's what, like, the one thing that so many people say to bands, where it's like, I don't even know if it's necessarily like a backhanded compliment, or if it's just like, no, you're wrong. Like, you do like country music if you liked us.
Yeah,
like,
you're just mistaken.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what I used to listen to in my dad's truck. All the time. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's nostalgic, I think, for most people, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I find like the nostalgia factor with music to be so interesting as far as like what you grew up with, because I guess like I've kind of learned over time that as long as your parents weren't musicians or like artists or in the art scene kind of thing, like we're all kind of just like raised on that top layer of culture, like the 90s country radio, MTV, all that kind of stuff like that. And so then it takes time to find that other stuff that you go, well, they're not putting this on the radio. Yeah.
Let me pause for a second.
Yeah, that sounds good. I don't even know what we're talking about, but
yeah, I forgot.
all right, you did a tailgate earlier.
Yeah, I did a 2-hour tailgate show.
How was that?
It was a 2-hour tailgate show.
Yeah,
I mean it was cool. I'd never been to like an actual tailgate party before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was my first time. And it's funny because I just booked another one for a UT game coming up, but it's going to be full band. That 2-hour one was tough by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really digging for songs to play.
Was there food?
No,
stuff?
I mean, I could smell food.
They didn't offer you nothing?
No. No, I had to fight to find a beer.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's tough.
Yeah. Last tailgate I went to, like I really don't do the tailgate thing.
Yeah.
If I go to the game. Last one though was last year at it was in Dallas or at Arlington.
Yeah.
Technically, Baylor versus Tech, and it was a Lone Star, like I guess sponsored tailgate. So it was like Lone Star and free food and shit like that. We lost big time against Baylor, but there was a shit ton of Lone Star that all got drank somehow. And I remember at the end, I was with the No Dry County guys who were from Lubbock, and or at least two of them. We were waiting for them, the rest of them, to pick us up. And like the only beer left was the not your not your
grandma's root beer.
Yeah.
Grandfather's root beer. Or something.
Yeah, which is good, but like you can't drink like more than one at a time after, because it's just like, holy shit, this is not.
Your grandfather's root beer.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh my, like I said, it's good, but it's one of those like.
It's a dangerous thing, man.
One is, I mean, like if it wasn't just so damn sweet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, you have to like cut it with something. But
it's just too thick, man.
Yeah. So like we drank one of those, and then it was, we can't have another, so let's go and find something else. Because
I'll take at that point. Yeah, I'll drink a Busch Light or something, whatever.
Yeah. So we went searching, and my buddy Trent, who his I guess like his idea for like the icebreaker on how to get another beer was, mind you, we also have like all of our stuff with us,
right?
Because we had stayed at somebody like at one of Trent's buddies, and they had stayed somewhere else because we were going to the game and they were going somewhere else that night before. So we had all of our bags, and we're walking. And Trent's idea to, I guess, as an icebreaker to say, hey, can we get a beer? You guys look like you have a lot of beer. Was to there was like 4 people playing pass, and he tried to like intercept the ball, and that dude just was like, just like was way more athletic and like way less drunk, and just like soared above him and just took it away. But we got a beer, so it was fine.
we were floating the Frio a couple months ago, and we thought we took enough beer to get through the whole float, but of course we ran out like halfway through, and it was getting pretty dire because there was like 10 of us trying to float together when we all were out of beer, and we got near the end of it, and I just kind of accepted we weren't going to have one. And as we were floating by, somebody yells out, "Mike and the Moonpies," and I immediately like jumped out of my tube and like went over to where they were at, and I was like, "I just need a beer. Just give me one beer. These guys have got to be good for one beer." I think it was a Mick Ultra though, so I kind of struck out on it a little bit.
Man, I've not gone and floated a river in forever,
dude. It's so much fun.
My favorite, like this is one of those like it's either your least favorite part or like your favorite part is when you've been floating and you don't really know how much you've drank, and then like that first standing up is like it's either hit or miss, and it's typically like if you miss, you're gonna.
Good thing you're standing up in the water and you fall back into it.
Yeah, it's one of those. I remember, I don't know, that had to be like 6 years ago at least, where me and some friends went down to the Frio, and we camped out, floated like 2 days. And we built up a rock pile, where we could sit in the river. We built it up high enough to like have a fire on top of it, and like people were like stopping by and being like, "What the fuck?"
It's amazing.
We had to like see if like why there was a fire in the river.
Fire on the river.
Yeah. So. Yeah,
dude,
I don't know.
We did a night float for the first time. I'd never done one of those before.
Yeah, I've done a night float too.
That was epic.
Yeah.
It was like halfway terrifying and like halfway relaxing.
Yeah. It's very much a Texas thing. You gotta do, right? I don't know.
I mean, it was the sky was gorgeous, but you can't see 5 feet in front of your face.
Yeah. But you're floating in it.
Yeah, just go where it's going. Yeah,
Yeah.
Just give into it, I think, is the key.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it. Wherever the river takes me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's only going to go really one place. So, I mean.
Yeah, hopefully it goes back to where my camp is at.
Yeah. You guys had a record last year, Mockingbird.
Yeah, man.
Whoa, I guess, like, where are you at right now? Are you guys even thinking about doing the next record?
I'm thinking about it a
or
lot.
Are you?
Yeah, I mean, it was hard for me to. It's hard for me to write a lot. I don't write on the road. I just have to be like in my little zone at my house. So I'm always nervous when it comes down to that. But I had maybe a week off. It was very recently, and my wife had gone to Burning Man with her parents and her sister, and so I was basically there.
I didn't see.
Yeah.
And parents.
Yeah.
Included on that.
Yeah, they dragged her along. She didn't want to go.
That's awesome.
So they were gone for like that whole week. It was like 2 weeks. Ended up being 2 weeks. They were gone, and I just wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote, and it was like that faucet was turned back on or something. So I'm feeling really good about the songs we have now. So I'm ready to go in. But we just recorded a live record that we did. We had 3 nights at the WinStar Casino in Thackerville.
Yeah.
And we recorded all 3 nights and then picked the best of the tracks. And so we're just now, like I just got the last mixes of it back now. So I'm kind of like, focused on that record right now. Mm-hmm. Basically, I wanted to have something new to sell and like have and promote during Steamboat.
Yeah.
So we're going to put that record out for pre-order on Thanksgiving, try to make it go live on like December 30th, play a New Year's show, and then go to Steamboat with the record.
Yeah.
So pretty much after that comes out and I'm done with that, I'm ready to go in the studio. And Adam Oder did our live record, which he blew me away. It was amazing. And the mixes are great. Like, I don't know, I can't say enough good things about it. So we had a really good rapport going with him. So I think I'm probably going to do a record with him out in Wimberley.
Yeah.
Coming up, probably I would say early on the year, man, like January, February, I'll start working on it.
Yeah.
So it'll probably end up being like another late summer release or something like that,
Yeah. What do you I guess use as the basis for like a live record? Do you even have like a couple of ideas, like what you think? Let's try and make our live record like this. Like, what do you?
Well, I thought about that, but my deal is, I listen to a lot of live records going into the recording of that one because
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to get some sort of inspiration to it. And I have a lot of my favorite records. Like, I mean, there's probably 3 or 4 that are like live albums that I just love. But I quickly kind of realized like I didn't want to really do that. Like, that's why we did it in a casino. Like, I haven't heard one in a casino, so like I wanted to like hear all the jackpot noises and stuff and the and the slot machines going off.
Yeah.
And we definitely have that on the record. So I kind of wanted to take a different approach to it. I call it a boutique live record. It's like I described it to somebody today as like if David Lynch had a honky-tonk band and he recorded a live record in a casino.
Man, David Lynch, the Twin Peaks vibes.
Yeah, man. It's very, because it's kind of off the wall and like, I mean, the set, we kind of played the set. We had been playing that for the past couple months because we had it locked down and, a live record is supposed to be like kind of a time capsule of where you're at and what you sound like.
Yeah.
So, I had that in mind. I knew we were going to just do it. No overdubs, just straight in. There's mistakes all over it, of course. But I dig that, man. I mean, it's like all those, like the Jerry Jeff stuff live, like Green and all the stuff they did in Lukenbach.
Yeah.
Like, I just like the feel of it, like nobody cared if there was some flubs or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I kind of took that and ran with it. I mean, we didn't make mistakes on purpose, obviously, but didn't care if we did.
Yeah. I always love going back and listening to all the, I guess, like the bootleg series by Dylan.
Sure.
Because like those not the first 1 through 3, because that's really just all outtake kind of stuff, but like 4, 5, 6, they're like just live shows.
Right.
One with the band, one with like Rolling Thunder, and then one like Joan Baez.
Right.
That era. I don't think she's on all the songs, but
Sure.
that's really cool seeing how like a guy, obviously it's Dylan, he's able to show different phases of his career.
Right.
I think that's really cool to see if, how bands are able to, if you, I don't know, like so many bands just do like that one live record.
Yeah.
But if you're able to get like three,
I'm already ready to do
3 or 4, something like that, you're able to show the
that's what I want.
differences,
Yeah, I mean, I have some bootlegs of some old shows that we did like years and years ago when we first started, and like that would never make the cut to be like a live record, but seeing the progression for sure. Yeah. And hopefully in 5 or 6, 10 years maybe again do another one, probably sooner than 10, but do another one, and it's I want to have a catalog like that where you see the development of the band. Yeah.
I know like Will Green, he just had that.
Right. I listened to it today. It's awesome.
Yeah. And we talked a little bit about how that first one, this one right here, he wanted it to be this is what the band sounds live. Exactly. And even though it does have some special guests on it, right, some cameos, he didn't want it to be like the all-star studded lineup kind of thing. But he has that like on a list, like I want to do a record where it's like I do Drunk on Desire with Charlie Shafter, and I do I can't even think. I guess like Remedy with Brandon Adams.
Yeah,
and like,
it's like
all these like where you're able to get those 10 guys, 10.
You kind of turn it into a conceptual live album. Yeah, you know what I mean. And that's a really cool way to think about it, because I mean, you can do so many different things with a live record. Mm-hmm. You could have it all guests, like right now, like we did. We were at the WinStar, so we kind of had like to throw a party for the night, But we have a lot of ballads and stuff we just don't play at the shows. So like I already have an idea that I want to do on like a DVD taping, like an intimate thing, and we basically play all the ballads, and we kind of do like a really slow honky-tonk thing. Yeah. So it's like another concept you can do with that. Yeah.
It really is cool to see, because there's so many ideas for the live record. Right. There is that intimate setting. It's like if you're the song swap. Sure. Like just the cameo, and then also just like different places. Yeah. It all depends on where you're doing it at.
Yeah, I never thought my first one would be in a casino in Oklahoma.
Yeah, which when you said like I don't think anyone's done it, I'm going through my head like, no, I don't really think there is. Like, there's not a casino record.
I'm all about it, dude. Yeah. It's like I posted something on Facebook the other day. I was like, when you hear the live record, and if you think your phone's ringing, it's not really your phone ringing. It's just like some lucky grandma winning a jackpot. Yeah. Like across from the stage. Yeah.
I guess it was a couple of weeks back. Me and my grandma went gambling in Hobbs, or at the Hobbs Casino, whatever it is. And like I fucking lost all my like that quickly, and I go and find her, which is also one of those strange things. Like you're like, you can find your grandma easy in it, because no, you cannot. It's just like all grandmas in there. You know what I mean? Like,
is that her? No, is that her?
I was like, no, oh my god! Like, I had to put her in a hat or something. I don't know. But anyways, like when I found her finally, like she had like 4 or 5 tickets that she had cashed out on, and they were all, I guess like one of them was like 900, one was like 350 or something like that, and she's like, all happy and shit. I was like, yeah, like yeah.
I left with a ticket for like 35 cents.
See, that's what happens, man.
I always know like how much I'm going to get paid that night that we're playing the casino, and that's about how much I'm willing to lose. Like, I'll just do the show for free and have a good time, basically. Yeah. I mean, it could work out where I double my money. Yeah. But if I lose, at least it's just one free night of playing guitar for an hour and a half.
Yeah. Me and Charlie Stout went to, I guess it was Hobbs as well. Like, we're on our way back from Alpine, and we had stopped in Hobbs, and he was like, yeah, you want to go gamble? I was like, yeah, I don't have like really any cash, and I'm not going to pull out cash to do this, but sure. And so I think I had like $4 or $5 just like in cash, and that went that quickly.
Yeah, for sure.
And like he had, I don't know, he had went to the restroom or something like that, and it was already gone, and he was like, well, you're not going to, is that all you're going to play? And I was like, no, I'm not going to go to an ATM or anything. And so I was just watching him play Which what I did was I bought like a $7 cup of coffee.
Right.
And then I watched him play.
Stayed up and watched it play.
Yeah. And I guess we were there probably an hour or something like that. And it was like, well, let's just go.
You have more self-control than I do, man. I see those ATMs and I just got to do it.
Yeah.
Especially because we were there for 3 days for that live record. Like, it's either like go lay in the hotel room or like then you just lay there for a while. It's like, man, I got to get back down there and try to get my money back.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. It's like you just start thinking that, you know.
It's a difficult situation, man.
Yeah. It is fun though.
That's
the part. Like I think like people are.
You have to remember it's like
fun.
Going to a casino is like going to like an amusement park or like a water park or something. It's like you're gonna pay a lot of money, but just go there for the experience and have a good time with it. Like that's just that was the cost of admission.
Yeah.
You know, and you can kill a lot of time. You know, just sitting at a slot machine.
Yeah. My parents, they remember one time. We went to Rio del Oso on like vacation, and like they had never really ever gone gambling. So like we drove up to the casino, and I had to like wait in the car. And they both like had like 220s or something like that, and I don't know, like wasted that money in like 20 minutes. Came out and they're like, yeah, well, I guess like that's like it's run its course. Like for us, like we don't have to go gambling again. And, you know, I'm like, whatever. Like I don't. Looking back on it, I'm like, well, okay, I guess.
You had fun.
I mean, my dad did not look like he had fun at all. That's for sure. I don't know. I don't know. But looking back on my childhood too, like they were they played the same lotto numbers.
Oh yeah, same
like where they had like the 4 or 5 like lines, and they played those numbers every time.
Somebody's birthday
for like 5 years. Yeah. Some I don't know, maybe not 5 years, but like 4 or 5 years in a row, and never hit it. I mean, they got like 4 or 5 numbers a couple of times.
You just got to go with the quick pick, man.
The quick pick. Whenever like the Powerball gets high up, and like everyone's playing,
yeah,
like I'll go and buy like a lotto ticket.
Can't win if you don't play the game.
And then like that's it's one of those things though. Is like you get it already in your head. Like, well, you start like mapping out shit like that. You just it's not going to happen. Then you're disappointed, right?
Oh man, that jet's going to be awesome.
Yeah, you start like reading advice online. I remember like the last time it got so high, I don't remember what the numbers were, but like Mark Cuban was talking and was like, my advice to anybody who like wins this, like, don't think like you're gonna be taking this money and investing.
Right.
Like just put it in the bank and like just leave it in the bank, and like you'll make more money that way.
Yeah,
than, like,
interest. Yeah.
Than you think off of like investing in companies. That's like where you're gonna mess up.
I love how the first thought that most people have when they talk about like winning that lotto is like, but I won't win all of it because of taxes. They're going to take some.
Yeah.
That's your big concern.
Yeah, it's the taxes.
The government's going to take some of it.
Or like, well, you know, there's so many people playing, I'm going to have to split it with somebody, you know.
My luck, there's going to be 10 people that win. If that's your luck, dude, you're probably not going to win.
Yeah, man. It is
gambling
though. It's fun though.
I love it.
Yeah.
I got it. We have so many gigs coming up at the Windstar.
There you go.
Yeah, basically we play there for free.
Wow.
We give it all back, man.
Yeah,
but it's all worth it in buffet vouchers.
Yeah. What do you how did you set up the live recording there? Did you have to get permission from them?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
We had to go like all the way to the top to like the can't remember what Indian nation it is.
Mm-hmm.
But like they had to sign off on it. We have a contract with them now. Like I still have to submit artwork to them to approve on what it's going to be, and I think there was like a no cursing thing on there in the contract.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they were really cool. I mean, they were back to us in like a day. Like they were all about it. And
yeah.
We played there a lot, and the people that book it really like us, and because we play there all the time. But I was like super stoked. That was like a nervous day when we submitted that. And I was like, are they going to even let us come in there and do that?
Yeah.
But yeah, it went all the way to we have a contract now with like whatever Indian nation that is that owns that thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool actually. And they also say that if ever a lawsuit comes up with something dealing with the album. Like if we get sued or something like that, based on that record, that the Indian Nation will represent us in court.
Really?
Yeah.
You just have to record all the records.
Yeah. It's working out pretty good for me.
They need to like set up a studio or something out there.
Shit, man. We might do another one there. I don't know. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Going back to like you were saying, I guess like the new material that you're working on. How have you grown as like a songwriter? How do you, when you look back on what you were writing, not necessarily at the beginning of your career, but like even just a year or two back?
It's weird. I noticed a little progression, and like I really, and I used to say it all the time, is like I like to write country cliches, and like I kind of like stuff that's timeless. You know, like George Jones lyrics, they worked then and they work now, you know? And so I always kind of stuck to that and thought about that when I was writing. I think since then I've kind of gotten away from it being so stuck to that. I find myself writing more story songs now. I guess I have more life experience that I can put into that kind of thing now. I used to never write any stories or anything. It was always just like a beer drinking, you know, either a sad bastard song or something like that. I think I'm writing more about other people too, from an outsider's perspective, I guess. I'm kind of developing a different kind of style, but I hope that evolves too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I would hate to be writing the same kind of thing forever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's kind of with the Mockingbird, with that record, those songs were all kind of based on cliches of songs that I grew up listening to. So I kind of fit that into the whole idea of the album, even with the music, even with the band. Kind of played on those things, like a Steve Earle sounding thing, like we're going to have this like baritone guitar thing happening, you know. So yeah, I just feel like it's just different, man. I think I'm getting better at it.
Yeah. At what point do you show the songs to the band?
Late in the game, dude. A couple of the guys in the band have heard it just from like, I did a couple of song swaps this week, and I'm trying them out in song swaps.
Yeah.
I got in trouble with the last record because we needed material, basically. And so we started playing the songs a lot live, which was awesome, but it took us like over a year, maybe two, to make that record. So by the time the record was out, we'd been playing those songs for 2 years. Yeah. So I don't want to find myself in that same position. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm kind of trying to hold off till late in the game. And another thing is we're probably going to bring in another outside producer for the next record. And in the back of my mind, I really want to just go in with the band hasn't heard anything. We walk in there with the producer, and I just play the songs, and then it just happens naturally. Yeah. Instead of us trying to work it out beforehand. And I'm trying not to write. I guess that's kind of a lie. I say that I'm trying not to write to the show because I don't want to get in that groove either. Yeah. It happens sometimes. It just happens because like you start playing a song, it's like, how's this going to work at the show? Yeah. So I think this will kind of help me from that too, and we'll play more to the song rather than just like what I think it's going to work on stage. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, probably I won't show it to them until the day we get rehearsal time or studio time. Yeah. Maybe.
Well, I was going to ask, like, how do they feel about that?
I think they're into it, man. Like, you know, we never rehearse. Like, we just play. If we're gonna play a new song, if we're gonna play a new cover or something, even when we were learning songs for Mockingbird, we just did them at soundcheck. Yeah. So we haven't been. I don't think we had a rehearsal all of 2016. Like, we've never been in a room that wasn't on a stage. Yeah. Just playing. So I don't know if that makes them uncomfortable or not, but I think it works to our benefit. So I'll just leave them in the dark. Yeah. I think it'll work out, man.
Well, I mean, they're going to have to adapt some way, I guess,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, they'll dig it, dude. There's another gig coming. There's another paycheck. Just trust me.
Yeah. Well, you want to go grab a beer?
Yes, please.
Let's go do that.